Hey guys, welcome to my channel where I teach people how to cook at home. If you've not been here before, please hit the subscribe and the bell button where it'll notify you every time I post a new video on my channel. Today we are wrapping up my egg series with my signature deviled eggs recipe. So if you have not had a chance to watch those videos, make sure you go do that first. We have poached egg, we've fried eggs, we've done the perfect scrambled egg, we've soft boiled all the way to hard boiled eggs, and now we're taking those last bit of hard boiled eggs and again turning them into delicious deviled eggs. So what I've done is I've taken my 12-minute eggs and I've sliced them in half, and we're just gonna kind of scoop out the yolks. It's really easy just to pop out with your fingers. And then we're gonna lay the egg white down kind of nice and beautiful, and we'll repeat that with all of them. So when I make deviled eggs, I'd like a little extra filling in my deviled eggs, so I boil a couple extra eggs that I'm actually only gonna use the egg yolks for. So maybe boil 2 to 3 extra eggs, and that'll give you plenty of stuffing. If you don't wanna waste the egg whites, or you only just wanna use all of them, that's okay. They still will fill all of the eggs, don't you worry. Again, if you're just like me and you like this like mound of deliciousness in your deviled egg, then boil a couple extra if you'd like. Okay, so today I'm using a food processor, but you could also use a great blender if you have that instead at home. Inside, we've put the egg yolks, a little bit of mayonnaise, Dijon mustard, lemon juice, capers, which I love to add capers to my deviled eggs recipe, and a little bit of paprika and salt. I always put the recipe in the description, so make sure you click below to see the description. The full recipe and how-to is always below, and I will also link any fun tools that I'm using that I think you should have at home. Okay, so let's go ahead and put the lid on this. And all you want to do is you just want to pulse it till it's all the way smooth, kind of scraping down a few times in between, and then we're going to put it in a piping bag and pipe it in our eggs. So as I said, just use a rubber spatula to kind of scrape down the sides, get any chunks that is left behind. I like to leave my filling just a little chunky because I like to kind of get those little bites of capers, but again, however smooth you want it, just keep pulsing if you like a little smoother, or leave it chunky and you can pull it out earlier. It's a perfect consistency, so what you want to do, so scoop it out. It's almost like you're making whipped cream. So you want it to kind of stand, you don't want it to be so liquidy that kind of like just droops and falls off. But you want it to be nice and thick so that it just scoops out. Again, that smokiness from that paprika just really pops, and that saltiness from the capers lets you not add like a ton of salt in this recipe, but still gives that pop of flavor along with that little brininess. All right, so next we're gonna put it in a piping bag. Why do I take the time to put it in a piping bag? Don't most people just scoop it in spoons? Well, hey guys, I'm a chef and I like things to look beautiful, and I worked at restaurants and that's the way we did it. We use piping bags on everything to make it nice and beautiful, so that's how I'm gonna show you. They're so cheap. You can buy them at the grocery store, craft stores, wherever. Go grab one, I promise you. It's gonna make a big difference when your friends see your deviled eggs and it's like, ooh la la. Exactly, you're welcome. Okay guys, so you just take a piping bag like this, and you want to fold it down, so you're kind of can reach in there, but you want to fold it all the way down, not all the way down, probably about halfway down, so it creates a well. And I find it easy to either find kind of a large cup, or even just a bowl like this, kind of with tall sides that can kind of keep it holding, like standing up like this. It'd be perfect. Okay, just kind of get it nice and stiff. Take this off. I'm gonna take the blade out. I'm gonna take it here, just scrape it directly into the bag. You wanna try to go right into the middle of it, not on the sides. That'll help keep the sides nice and perky on the outside. And using a rubber spatula is great because it allows you to really scrape down every little last bit. I mean, because who wants to leave this deliciousness behind? I don't. Now we have it like this. So then we're gonna carefully stand it up so that it goes like that. in the bottom of the piping bag. Now it's not gonna go all the way down because you have a little bit, like a little air pocket down there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use scissors just to slightly kind of tip that off, and that's what we're gonna pipe it into. But first, I know some people can just grab it like this, but what happens is if you don't secure this, as you squeeze, it'll kind of come up through your hands. So I'm gonna teach you a little trick. Okay, using scissors or just any sharp knife, you're gonna go maybe about an inch above where the filling kind of fills up to, an inch above, and then take the tip of your knife right in the middle and kind of go up. So basically, you're kind of cutting and creating little bunny ears at the top. But again, you wanna still leave an inch, because if you do it too close to that filling, it's gonna squirt out at you. No one likes that. All right, so then you're just gonna tie it like this and kind of go down as far as you can, and then tie it in a knot, just like that. You can either cut these tips off, like that, and it's perfect. Okay, so now, still has a little air pocket. Now we're gonna just trim it up just a tad bit. If you take too much, it'll just like this giant hole, so you actually wanna take a little bit less than you think you would. So here, just gonna cut off just a little tip. And then using your hand, you're just gonna gently squeeze from the top. Don't squeeze from the middle, squeeze from the top. And you're just gonna kind of put it right in the center of the egg, and then make circles and go all the way up like that. And they're gonna set them aside over here, and then we're gonna repeat with all of them. Okay guys, so this gave me 10 deviled eggs, which would be 5 eggs cut in half, but I actually used the egg yolks for 2 more. So I actually boiled 7, and then this was allowed me to really stuff the top of those and get them nice and beautiful and extra filling, because who doesn't love extra filling? Trick, I have a little bit of spicy paprika, little smoked paprika. You barely take a pinch, and you're just gonna kind of throw it on top. The egg whites are perfectly set. The egg yolk is nice and creamy with all those other ingredients. Using that piping bag allows it to get that beautiful kind of spiral look to it, and then just top it with a little bit of smoked paprika. Okay guys, I hope you see how easy these are to make. I promise you they are equally as delicious. Don't forget that the recipe is below. Make them, tag me. I hope you make them for your friends or for your family, or I don't know, by yourself watching Netflix. Who cares? No one's judging. They're that delicious. Also, experiment with the filling. Add your favorite ingredients. These may be mine, but I experiment with it all the time. I love adding steamed spinach and making these bright green little great protein bites that you can take to work, or just snacks for your kids. Whatever you want, add, and make sure if you make them, tag me, because I'd love to see what you're cooking. All right guys, if you have not watched any of the other egg videos in this series, I'm going to link the first video here, so it'll take you all the way back to the beginning, and you can become an egg pro along with everyone else. We poach, we fry, we scramble, we soft boil, we hard boil, and we get all the way back to this recipe. So please give this video a thumbs up if you like recipes like this. Comment below with your favorite tip, or if you just tried them and they're equally as delicious as I said they were. All right guys, thank you for joining, and I hope to see you guys back soon. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and share with your friends. It is the greatest compliment to me and helps me be able to produce videos like this all the time. All right guys, bye.
Oh my God, I could eat these all in one sitting. They're delicious. Don't mind the extra missing one. I dropped it on the floor on the way over here. It's fine. The outtakes on my videos are ridiculous. I know, I make mistakes too. We're all human. Would you like to see the outtakes of my videos? Comment below. Maybe it's entertaining. Sometimes I'm a hot mess in the kitchen, and that's okay. Bye guys.